Hi, I'm John Lesky, recently retired personal financial planner and founder of finhealth, a tool to guide you to your financial independence. This is the second of 8 videos that explains finhealth and how it can help you reach your version of financial independence. That is, having sufficient investment wealth to support your desired lifestyle indefinitely without needing to work. In the first video, we introduced the mythical Barber family, who wished to understand where they were on the path to their version of financial independence. We suggested the finhealth framework provided a possible, cost-effective way to self-diagnose their financial situation. Without going into detail at this time, the Barbers provided some key financial inputs that enabled a finhealth report to be completed. A potential major decision that they wished to examine was how would the purchase of a larger house in 3 years' time, with an expected additional outlay of $1.5 million, affect their retirement plans. In this video, we will examine the output of the report to provide an overview of the insights it provides. In later videos, we will explain in more depth the rationale for each of the key indicators of financial independence and explain the financial inputs required. So please bear with me if you think the discussion in the video is a bit light on in detail. Also, it is important to understand that although the Barber's current position and expectations may vary significantly from yours, the finhealth framework is relevant to everybody, regardless of their income, wealth and lifestyle expectations. The finhealth results are broken down into 3 reports. 1. Summary observations. 2. Key measures. And 3. A personal financial dashboard. We will look at each in turn. The summary observations report, shown on the screen now, provides an estimate of, firstly, the amount of retirement spending current investment wealth could support, and compares this with desired retirement spending. In the Barber's case, it is estimated that current investment wealth could only support spending of $32,000 a year, way short of desired retirement spending of $160,000 a year. It's clear that either investment wealth needs to increase and/or desired retirement spending needs to decrease before these are in balance. And secondly, the summary observations output takes account of the fact that since Pete Barber is 46 next birthday and doesn't expect to retire until he's age 65, we also need to look at annual retirement spending the family's projected, that is to Pete's age 65, investment wealth could support, and compare this with projected desired annual retirement spending. Projected desired annual retirement spending at a little over $193,000 is higher than current desired retirement spending because the Barbers want to allow for desired spending at retirement to grow at 1% per annum above inflation. There remains about a 19% shortfall between the estimate of retirement spending projected net investment wealth could support of a little over $155,000 and desired retirement spending of a little over $193,000, a fairly significant difference. It raises a question: what assumptions need to change for projected net investment wealth to be able to support spending equal to or greater than desired retirement spending? We'll look at some possibilities at the end of this video. The next report screen, Key Measures, provides current and in some cases projected measures of our 5 key financial dashboard indicators for the Barbers, together with some other important financial measures. As explained in the first video in this series, these 5 benchmarks are: 1. Your investment wealth ratio. 2. Your retirement expenditure multiple. 3. Your tax effectiveness ratio. 4. your growth asset allocation ratio, and 5, your investment diversification ratio. They are the personal finance equivalents of the blood pressure readings or pulse rates taken by your doctor. For example, the Barbers' current investment wealth ratio is 24.2%, compared with the benchmark for financial independence of 55%. The investment wealth ratio is simply current investment wealth divided by current net worth or total wealth. As the observation indicates, with 24.2% of net worth held as investment wealth, implying almost 76% held as lifestyle assets, too much wealth is held in lifestyle assets to be consistent with financial independence. However, when the investment wealth ratio is projected to Pete's age 65, a higher projected investment wealth ratio of 48.8 indicates that although the percentage of net worth held as investment wealth is expected to increase over time, it will still fall 6.2% short of the 55% benchmark that is regarded as consistent with financial independence. The projected shortfall suggests that the Barbers are proposing to dedicate too much of their projected total wealth to lifestyle assets rather than investment wealth, providing a warning sign that something may need to change in order to achieve real financial independence by Pete's age 65. To be regarded as financially independent, it is desirable to be either at or above each of the 5 benchmarks, rather than just 1 or 2. However, the benchmarks are best seen as desirable rules of thumb rather than hard and fast requirements. Being short on 1 or 2 may not be a major cause for concern, but there needs to be a clear understanding and acceptance of why any shortfalls are likely, rather than simply ignore them. For the Barbers, who are 19 years away from retirement, it is not surprising that they fall short of all the benchmarks on a current basis. But the projected measures indicate they will also fall short of the financial independence benchmarks at retirement for the investment wealth ratio, the retirement expenditure multiple, and the tax effectiveness ratio. This alerts them to the need to make some potential changes to their current and projected lifestyle assumptions. The variations between the Barbers' growth asset allocation ratio and investment diversification ratio and their benchmarks also highlight the need to put in place some sensible plans to close these gaps between now and retirement. The final personal scorecard report provides the Barbers' personal financial dashboard, charting current and projected measures to Pete's age 100, together with relevant benchmarks for 1. Net worth and net investment wealth, 2. The investment wealth ratio, 3. The retirement expenditure multiple, and 4. The tax effectiveness ratio. The growth asset allocation ratio and investment diversification ratio charts show the current measures for each ratio and an assumed straight line transition path to the target growth asset allocation and the benchmark investment diversification ratio by Pete's age 65. The charts graphically reveal the information provided on the key measures report, together with the expected trends in the measures to Pete's age 100. They show that the Barbers are expected to remain below the benchmark investment wealth ratio, the retirement expenditure multiple, and the tax effectiveness ratio beyond Pete's retirement age of 65. It suggests little room for manoeuvre. Should the investment return expectations, hard-coded into the modelling, prove too optimistic, or if actual retirement spending is greater than assumed. The charts highlight some important financial planning issues the Barbers should consider. 1. Should they look to spend less on the proposed new home? 2. Should they reduce their retirement spending expectations and/or seek to increase their projected investment wealth? 3. Should they look to direct more of projected investment wealth to superannuation in order to reduce lifetime taxation expense? 4. How do they increase their growth asset allocation to 60% over time? And 5. How do they increase the diversification of their investment wealth? For example, the options available to increase projected investment wealth that may be examined include 1 or a combination of the following. 1. Earn more. 2. Work longer. 3. Reduce pre-retirement spending. 4. Reduce lifestyle assets but spend less on the new home. And 5. Increase expected investment return by taking extra investment risk. So let's say the following Barber inputs are changed. 1. Pete thinks he can realistically earn at least another $25,000 a year, a 7% increase in income, between now and retirement. 2. The new home budget is reduced by $200,000, a 5% reduction. 3. Pete would be happy working an extra year to age 66 if need be. And 4. Reduce expected pre-retirement spending by $10,000 per annum, a 6.3 reduction. As can be seen on the Summary Observations report, updated for these potential changes, projected net investment wealth is now estimated to be able to support a level of retirement spending that is comfortably above desired spending. These apparently modest adjustments result in projected maximum net investment wealth increasing from around 4.21 million to 5.62 million, as shown on the revised Key Measures report. A 33% increase for some relatively modest changes in percentage terms. The dashboard reveals that while the projected retirement expenditure multiple now sits comfortably above the benchmark, strategies to increase 1. The amount of investment wealth held as superannuation. 2. The allocation of investment wealth to growth assets. And 3. The diversification of investment wealth need to be put in place to enhance the likelihood of the Barbers becoming financially independent by their desired retirement date. In the next 5 videos, I will explain how we measure each of the indicators of financial independence and the importance for assessing where you are on the road to your financial independence. In next week's video, we will focus on the investment wealth ratio. So I look forward to you joining me then. Please give me any comments or ask any questions you may have below. And thanks for watching.